What's up, guys? It has been snowing here today, so it's been kind of a relaxed snow day. I definitely got a lot of work done, but I remembered I promised, if there was interest, and there was, of me sharing my 2024 Amazon Seller Central sales and my Etsy sales for 2024, that I would show those numbers. And I don't know, let's see if Ryan's method to print on demand still works. So I'm going to do all that for you in today's video. And at the end, I'm going to share with you some of my favorite products that I sold to help generate the numbers that I'm going to be sharing with you. So let's get to it. First, I thought I'd just fill you in on what my 2024 looked like. It was a busy year for me. I went to Austin, where I got to speak at South by Southwest as a part of a CNBC panel on making passive income. That was awesome. I went to Florida. We went to the Dominican Republic. I went to Vegas. I went to Nashville. It was a busy year and a lot of fun. Oh yeah, I got married on the beach in Florida. Absolutely incredible. And we bought a new house that was being built. So that was a ton of work. That was eye-opening. First time I've done that. And of course, we had to move into the house. So it was a busy year. So certainly my numbers are going to reflect that, right? Well, the numbers are actually still pretty darn good in my opinion, all right? If you guys missed it, I did a Redbubble sales update and an Amazon merch sales update last week. You can go catch those videos on my YouTube channel. But for 2024 on Etsy, I did 4,657 sales. One thing that I do that not everybody does with print on demand is I juice my profit margins. We'll talk about that in a second. And I don't run a lot of ads, by the way, either. So it's a lot of just selling what people want to buy with high margins. I know. If only it could be that simple. It does get easier over time. You know, I'm 8 years into it at this point. So for perspective, $145,385 in revenue. Now, this is only through the Printful integration, but that's capturing the majority of my sales. Like, I didn't spend a week consolidating all of my numbers from all of the different websites. So this is just me selling through Printful. In Printful, you can go to the statistics tab and it gives you these numbers. Now, unfortunately, they don't have like a single view for the entire year. So I have to kind of go through month by month in a spreadsheet and log, all the sales, then log all the revenue, and then log all the profit, which came to $47,988.70. So I do make some sales outside of Printful, like MyDesigns, for instance. I use them too. But like I said, the majority of my sales come through Printful. And the nice thing about Printful is they give you the profit calculation. Honestly, the number's higher, but it's not so much higher. So let's just keep it simple here. Rather than me try to, give you a fake number or something like that, we'll give you the real number. When I go through Printful, log the number in a spreadsheet, sum each month, 12 months, I get this number. Now, of course, that doesn't account for Etsy fees and also advertising. I spend about $2 to $3 a day on ads. Same thing I do on Amazon, basically. So you could also deduct about another $700 for ad spend from this number after I take away the Etsy fees on top of, what I pay Printful, obviously, right? Because we have revenue, but then I got to deduct what I pay Printful. You get this number, $47,988. Then you deduct the Etsy fees, and this does not include ads. So let's just say $42,000 even of profit from Etsy in 2024. All things considered, I think that's pretty darn good. I'll take that. Any other comments on it? Not really. Like, if you guys weren't aware, I also run a YouTube channel. I have a private community where, I'm coaching basically every day via email, kind of informally, but then we also go live twice a week. I've got other stuff going on. So print on demand for me is basically as passive as possible. If I wanted to solely dedicate myself to juicing my print on demand numbers as high as possible, I could definitely do a lot better than this, but I'm not embarrassed to share this with you either, because I did this in the busiest year of my life as a one-man show, by the way. I don't have a team. I did this by myself. So just showing that, hey, it can be done, right? I know life gets in the way. Everybody's got stuff going on. I certainly did this past year. Still made $42,800 on Etsy. And, I'm proud of that. Moving on, Amazon Seller Central in 2024. Again, this is just Printful, so it's not counting, my Gearbubble sales. I've been on Gearbubble since 2017. Don't recommend Gearbubble, by the way. They had a terrible fourth quarter in terms of fulfillment. So Printful definitely did much better. Anyways, this is just my Printful, so it's not the full picture, but it's definitely the majority. 8,221 sales. And again, same thing. I had to go to the statistics tab and log each month by month. It would be amazing if there was just a, last year view, but currently doesn't exist. So 8,221 sales. Revenue, $262,571.77. Profit, $100,883.71. Now, of course, there's Amazon fees, which are higher than Etsy fees. Oh yeah, one thing I should mention about Etsy real quick, let me go back, is that as a YouTuber using my invite link in videos, I don't have to pay the Etsy 20-cent fee, by the way. So my profit margin is a little bit higher than anybody who pays that 20-cent renewal fee, because if I invite people to Etsy and they use my link, I get that 20-cent credit. You know what I mean? So anytime my listings renew, I don't pay 20 cents. Anytime I launch a new listing, I don't pay 20 cents. I've got all the credits I need. I know like Cassie Johnson was on my channel as a guest and she had a lot of credits as well. Like I know she's using her invite link. So it does boost our profit margins a little bit. You could call it a perk of being a YouTuber and being smart enough to use your invite link. So in case you're wondering, that helped my profit margin on Etsy a little bit. On Amazon, no such thing. So anyways, 8,221 sales. This is Amazon Seller Central. Merch is separate, just so you guys know. Make sure you catch my merch video. 262,571 in revenue. Profit was 100,883. If we deduct the Amazon fees, which is around 17%, you get $83,883. And if you're wondering about my ad spend, this is what my ad spend looked like on Seller Central for the month of December. $54 in ad spend. Literally, it's like in the busiest season, it's like $2 a day. So if you want to, you could just, I don't know, take like $500 or $600 off that number. You still get 83,000 and a couple hundred of profit from Seller Central. This is why I'm so bullish on Amazon Seller Central. And anybody who's like, oh no, but it's, it's Amazon's business, it's not yours, and blah, blah, blah. Like, yo, if you're starting print on demand, or if you just want to make money online, period, level with me here. 2 seconds, ready? 2 seconds. Level with me. If we want to make money selling stuff online, how about this? How about we sell on the #1 e-commerce website in the world? Start there, right? Because people go to Amazon with the intent of spending money, and we get visibility there, and we can brand build there. We just can't build an email list. And it gets indexed by Google, so Google can find us there. And then worry about all the other stuff that involves starting a website, doing all the bells and whistles on a website, learning how to do email marketing, learning how to do email collection, you know what I mean? Setting up email automation, setting up Facebook ads and any other ads you're using. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, but come on, level with me a little bit here, guys. It is certainly much more practical, if you ask me, to go straight to Amazon where, you know what I mean? You literally integrate Printful. It takes like 2 minutes to do. And then launching a product takes 60 seconds. And you know what I mean? And you just keep doing minimal research, which research tools certainly expedite that process. And you sell to people what they want to buy. And then you outsource all of the fulfillment to platforms like Printful. I mean, am I a genius for thinking this? I know I'm not, right? Because you guys are here. You already understand it. And I'm showing you with these videos that it works. But I still see people talking about that, like, there's other ways you should be going about it. And I'm like, in what world? Why would you go through so much extra effort to make less money? Maybe at the end of the rainbow, you could make more money. But like I did it during the busiest year of my life. $83,800 profit on Amazon Seller Central. 40-something thousand on Etsy. Another 60-something thousand on Amazon merch. I have eBay and Walmart as well. I didn't share those numbers because honestly, there's been issues with the integrations on both. So I don't have the statistics tab to go to. And I don't want to guess and mislead you guys. But like eBay does not sell nearly as well as Etsy. Walmart does not sell nearly as well as Etsy. But I certainly captured a ton of sales on both platforms this year, especially in the political niche, which was a dominant trend. The same, you know what I mean? It's just, I call it trickle down sales. And if you're wondering my process, guys, I literally take the same products that are selling on Amazon, on Etsy, and I list them, get this, on eBay and on Walmart. I mean, call me crazy, but it's like I've already done the work. I've researched it. I've designed it. Why don't I just take the extra 60 seconds, post it to these other extremely large e-commerce platforms? I know, it's crazy, right? Anyways, Ryan's method, for the record, still working in 2024. Let me know if you agree in the comments. And I mean, it's so simple. I did this as a one-man show in the easiest year, or the hardest year of my life, busiest year of my life. I almost said easiest year of my life. I mean, nah, there's no way. You already saw how my year looked. I told you I'd mention a couple products that I sold to help get to these numbers. A mainstay in the election year had to have been hats. Elections, politics, not my thing. Famously not my thing, right? You guys heard me talk about that this year. Did that stop me from capitalizing on it with print on demand? Not at all. And definitely my best seller for the election stuff. If it wasn't t-shirts, it had to have been hats. All right. Embroidered hats specifically, which Printful has available. Now I have Printful Business as well. So I don't pay $14.25 for fulfillment when I sell the Yupong 6245 CM dad cap that you see here. I don't even pay $13.39. I have Printful Business I don't know the exact amount that I pay. I can look it up on my side monitor while I talk, but it's better than what you're going to pay if you just start off on Printful. But the nice thing is, as you make more sales on Printful, you can either pay a membership for Printful Growth and get the best discounts, similar to if you're on Printify, you can pay and get the best discounts, or they'll literally give it to you for free if you are, making regular sales. So here, I'll pull up my Printful account real quick. We'll go to hats. We'll go to dad caps. And the first hat that'll pop up right here should be the 6245 CM. Boom, Printful Business, $13.11. So I have basically the highest profit margin that you can have as a result of me simply just using Printful a lot and generating a lot of sales. And then they reward me for, making them money, right? They only make money when we make money. So of course, I'll drop a link to Printful in the description. Next, the Bella Canvas 3001 t-shirt. I like this shirt. There's so many shirts you could sell, right? And this is not the cheapest one, but to me, it is a tried and true, reliable unisex shirt. And I don't want to deal with having to list every shirt twice, one for men and one for women, unless it makes sense to, okay? I definitely did sell some specific women's shirts this year. And I talked about it. You know what I mean? I talked about it in my political print-on-demand course too, which no one's buying anymore because the politics stuff is done. So I can just tell you, if it makes sense, do it. There were certain shirts that literally made sense. It was a shirt, or the niche, let's say, was geared towards women or specific colors that were only available in certain shirts. You know what I mean? It just made sense. So I just literally put two and two together in my brain and was like, I'm going to list this shirt. Next thing you know, it's making sales, right? And even on Amazon, good advice is avoid competing directly with Amazon merch. Okay, so I sell products in the Printful catalog that are not on Amazon merch. This actually was the premium shirt. I'm not sure if it still is, but Amazon merch actually, I mentioned this when I did my 2025 predictions video with Juna from Detour Shirts, but Amazon merch is slowly rolling out Comfort Colors shirts on best-selling designs. I saw it on a few in my account. And it's hard to find. They didn't really announce it or anything like that, at least not to my knowledge that I recall seeing. Anyways, Comfort Colors is a nice shirt. If you've ever done a sample order or you have any, they're a really nice shirt. I know some people that started a very successful food brand that's actually carried by Whole Foods. They gave me some of their merch, and what do you know? It was Comfort Colors, right? I was like, "Ooh, I like this shirt. What is it?" Boom, Comfort Colors, 1717. All right, this brand has notoriety. I'm not saying that you will be successful if you sell Comfort Colors. I'm saying consider it, especially if you've got a bestseller. Have you ever heard the term double down? You could list 100 products for sale. You're going to have one product out of those 100 that sells better than the rest. Double down. If you list it on a Bella Canvas, try listing it on a Comfort Colors 1717. There are people who go out specifically looking for Comfort Colors. Don't take me at my word. This is where, again, you can use research tools and confirm this. Tools like Everbee for Etsy, where you can literally use their keyword tool, and you'll see, if you just look at the major niches, you'll see people actually typing in Comfort Colors next to it because they want this niche plus that product. I'm just saying, it may not be the number one bestseller, but you can still make sales. All right. This is something random that I started doing in 2024 because I just wanted to try it. I sold a lot of socks and I have no experience with socks or anything like that. It was just something that I was like, I'm going to try a little bit harder than I have in the past. I've listed socks for sale in the past, but I said, you know what? I'm going to try to actually make this work this year. With minor tweaks in Printful's designer, you can make pretty much any design work on socks. You can have a t-shirt design that just stays vertical upright on socks very easily. No tweaks necessary. You can take hat designs, which are not optimized like t-shirts, pretty much the opposite. Guess what you can do? You can put it on the socks. You can rotate it. You can literally, if it's a graphic, you can make it a pattern. It's so simple. It's 2 or 3 clicks. This is why, if you've never experimented, go experiment. And if you can't figure it out, there's always, just saying, linked in the description, there is the Ryan's Method Print on Demand course where you can copy my exact approach. It's research, it's design, it's how to sell on all the platforms, it's SEO optimization for all the platforms, it's advertising for all the platforms. Because people ask me, $2 to $3 a day, how do you do that? I mean, you see me doing it. I shared a screenshot in this video. And if you follow me on Instagram, I share screenshots there as well. It's not like it's rocket science. I'm not forcing the ads to work. I'm simply taking what's there that I can get for cheap. You see what I'm saying? Of course, I do cover strategies if you do want to force the ad to work, but it's not going to result in the numbers that I show you guys where it's $2 to $3 a day. And of course, coffee mugs. I've been selling these since 2017. I take my t-shirt designs, right? It's so simple. Take the t-shirt designs, vertical, rectangle, put it on the coffee mug, duplicate it. You got it on the front, you got it on the back. It doesn't need to be any harder than that. I've been doing it since 2017, 8 years now. All right. You can list it on the 11-ounce mugs, 15-ounce mugs, and 20-ounce mugs. Not every fulfillment partner has that. Printful has that. And of course, I do the inverse design on black mugs as well. Sometimes I'll take the same design and put it on both as separate listings. You double the online real estate that you occupy. One of my core tenets and beliefs that has kind of fueled my print on demand process has been that I want to occupy as much online real estate as possible. That's one way that I do it. You've probably heard me say that before. If you got like a little like Ryan Hogue bingo card, that would be definitely on there, right? Occupy as much online real estate as you can. Wall calendars. We did a private community challenge in November. People that had never sold wall calendars, we sold hundreds of them. And there's still success stories that carry into 2025 with these calendars. They actually sell extremely well for the first like 3 months, according to Google Trends. They sell throughout the year, but the first 3 months, you're going to do really well with wall calendars. And yeah, I'm just saying, sometimes you just got to try new things and put your best foot forward. You know, we had somebody who sold like 170 of them in the first month, having never listed them in the first like 30 days or whatever, however many days are in November, about 30 days. They did 170 sales. So I'm just saying it can be done, guys. And as this video comes to a close, I wanted to shout out the Everbee podcast. I got to go on there, talk about how I made $49,000 a month in profit in 2023. I don't know what that number is for 2024 yet, but I know in 2024, because I log my net worth on the first of every month, that I increased my net worth in 2024 by over $1 million. A lot of that had to do with smart moves, smart money moves that I made in 2023, but really it dates back to the beginning of my passive income journey, all the way back in 2017, that ultimately freed me from my 9-to-5 job and the second job that I worked, right? Allowed me to make passive income exceeding what I made at my day job as a senior web developer and, you know, as an adjunct professor teaching web development, right? And then I started working out basically an investment strategy to multiply my wealth, which so far so good, knock on wood, right? I talk about that in the Everbee podcast. I'll link to that in the description and in the YouTube cards. As I wrap up, I have a free mini course walking through basically everything I learned in the last 8 years. It's linked in the description. I just need your email address. I'll send you one lesson a day for 20 days. I have a print on demand Facebook group, completely free to join, linked in the description. And I have my step-by-step Ryan's Method print on demand course. I already talked about it earlier, but it walks you through exactly how to do what I do. You literally can just copy me. All right. That is linked in the description and it is self-paced. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon with another new video.